Yeah. I try to tell you, you ain't ready. Have you ever seen a man not afraid to die? Gave his life for a dream. Born hustler, so the game conceived. A cage beast, but now I'm free. How can you blame me?
We just keep getting bigger and better and bigger and better. We're getting fat over here. I'm telling you what. What a wild week it has been. Breaking news here. Jimmy Graham is no longer screaming, "Who dat?" He is screaming, "L.O.B. 12th man." He is being traded to the Seattle Seahawks. No, this is not a typo. Jimmy Graham traded to the Seattle fucking Seahawks, which is interesting because the Seahawks actually just lost a member of LOB, but that's besides the point. Patriots defense seems to be breaking up too, as Darrelle Revis is now back with the New York Jets. And the biggest blockbuster one of all, Frank Gore is now with the Indianapolis Colts, as is Andre Johnson. And the two biggest blockbuster ones that basically came out of nowhere, LaShawn McCoy is now in Buffalo. Why? I'll tell you why. But first, the St. Louis Rams did the whole city a solid by getting rid of Sam Bradford once and for all, trading him to Philadelphia for Nick Foles, who was all gleaming ears as the city embraced him. But that wasn't the funny part. If you go into the Twitter page and talk to hear the Eagles fans talk about Sam Bradford, that's some funny shit. You guys got to basically sit here and follow the Eagles, the Philadelphia Eagles, because that's just straight funny. And the big blockbuster one of all, DeMarco Murray, the man who set more records last year than Rick James's corpse, actually coincidentally signed with the enemy earlier today, as DeMarco Murray confirmed that he is indeed signed with the Philadelphia Eagles rather than return to the Dallas Cowboys. How did the Cowboys fans show their appreciation? By setting his jerseys on fire. Hey, Dallas, here's a newsflash for you. Been there, did that. Have you forgotten who we are? We perfected the art of jersey burning. You guys kind of suck at it. But that's neither here nor there. What else should we talk about today? I have no idea, but let's see what else. Let's see what else. You know by now, basically, the first one was a salute to the matriarch of my family, and hopefully I did her justice on that one. This one, all about UFC 185, which means that Brock Lesnar's name will probably get dropped at least once or twice. CM Punk's name will probably get dropped once or twice. And John Jones will probably do a line or two during the process of basically us doing this. Either way you look at it, tomorrow night, Las Vegas, UFC 185, literally poof. Welcome to the show. Doesn't get any bigger than this. And let me tell you exactly what we're looking at here. Wait a minute. What am I thinking? Wait, did this thing gonna do? No, this isn't gonna do. No, actually, there's a reason why I had that paper there, but I'll get to it in just a moment. We got ourselves a plethora of matches, a who's who of basically championship matches as well as big matches. Even the undercard looks intriguing, folks. We got Pacheco versus Radami. We got Lindsay versus Duffy. We got Pettis, Sergio Pettis, that is, versus Babyface Benoit. We got the Big Show, Roll Schultz versus Cuddly Bear Copeland, which, just for the record, how the hell are you going to be a badass with a name like Cuddly Bear? I really would love to be able to talk to that guy. Hopefully that's not in Vegas. I get to talk to him. You got Cruikshank. If anybody remembers Cruikshank, he is a badass beyond a reasonable doubt. Versus Darius. We got Theodrew versus Narvaez. We got Pearson taking on Stout. We got Kamikaze taking on the Messenger. I mean, did I just say Hands of Stone without even mentioning the Hands of Stone? Last time I saw this guy fight, I saw why he had his name. He literally knocked that guy clean out. It was beautiful. I hope he does it again tomorrow night. Which brings us to the big card. Now, Kamikaze and the Messenger are on the big card. But also on this big card is indeed our great colleagues, one of the most respectful guys I've ever seen. The man who probably literally can play Santa Claus and himself in the same damn movie. Talking about Roy Big Country Nelson, who is returning to the octagon for a shot at possibly getting back up in those rankings, facing Alistair the Reem Overeem, who is trying to basically find himself. And yes, granted, he's got basically a couple of his old buddies sitting here doing a little bit of jawing in his direction. but he's smiling about it, so it's no big deal. Then, of course, you got, now, anybody who's been paying attention knows for a fact that the last time that we were talking about UFC 185 was supposed to be basically Hendricks Lawler 3, but for some reason, this fight was postponed, canceled, put on the back burner. I'm not sure exactly what the hell to call it. But what I will say is that you will see the former UFC welterweight champion Johnny Big Rig Hendricks in action, taking on the immortal Matt Brown, who I know for a fact is spoiling for a fight. I know the guy. He literally has been looking for it. Plus, in our co-main event of the evening, you got Carla the Cookie Monster Esparza. And I'm going to literally butcher this name because, quite frankly, I was trying to get in touch with Joe Rogan to know how to pronounce this one. Joe did not actually buzz me back because apparently he is currently discussing some things for not just for UFC. They just finished off the weigh-in, so he had that chance to get back in touch with me. Joanna Jędrzejczyk. And this one is probably as close as I'm going to get as far as basically that name, but this woman is 8-0. Here's what matters. She is 8-0 right now, and she is going for the Women's Strawweight Championship against the infamous Carla Cookie Monster Esparza, the most recent Ultimate Fighter winner. And of course, you got the main event of the evening, the one that everybody's been talking about, the one that's just going to blow the roof off the building. I guess we're going to see what happens. UFC Lightweight Championship, Rafael dos Anjos, the new #1 contender, coming in, posting a 23-7 record, will go 1-on-1 with the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Lightweight Champion of the world, Showtime, Anthony Pettis. Bruce Buffer, I hope I just did you justice. And if I didn't, you're welcome. In any event, should be a lot of fun. Should be some great action going on tomorrow. But that's not the only thing that's going on. We all know what's coming up pretty soon and right down the list. Literally, a UFC 187 with my mouth. We're talking about John Jones versus Anthony Rumble Johnson. We're talking about the fight of the century, the light heavyweight showdown that the world has been waiting for. The man who will most likely, and in this guy's case, will become the new UFC light heavyweight champion. He will knock out John Jones, and it will be a fight for the ages. The only way John Jones can win this fight is A, if he's high, or B, if Dana White fits us this fight. Now, I'm not saying Dana White fits his fights, but I'm just saying it is a little bit of a questionable thing when basically a champion who's been hurt at least 3 or 4 times since becoming champion has been able to hold on to his title, whereas other champions have been stripped or been forced to relinquish and then fight their way back into the championship picture. I'm calling it like I see it. Basically, when it comes down to it, we're going to have ourselves a lot of fun. It's going to be great. It's going to be exactly what the world has been waiting for, because the world has been waiting for a fight like this to happen, and they're going to get down. Now, Rousey, this whole situation between Rousey and Cyborg, I want to touch on this one because I know Rowdy and Cyborg want to fight each other. The world wants them to fight each other. We all want them to beat the hell out of each other in the epitome, ultimate spit shine of a cat fight. But the question is it going to happen? The answer is yes. Because if I know Rowdy, as much as she wants to basically sit here and give a Brazilian the first loss, she wants to be able to shut Cyborg up once and for all, because Cyborg is saying that basically she can beat her in a heartbeat. Zingano said the exact same thing, and Zingano, tick, 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 tick. Oh, damn it. Oh, I got something in my eye. Oh, wait, the fight's over already? Shit. I think that's pretty much living proof of what Rowdy Ronda Rousey brings to the table. Oh, and Rowdy, if you're watching, please tell your mom she can call me Bob, she can call me Bill, she can call me Robert, William, Jack, John, Bruce. She can call me whatever name she wants to until she actually gets Ron straight, if that's what it comes down to. I know men are intimidated to basically date you, but I'll tell you right now, that would basically be a match made in heaven right there. The most controversial voice on the internet and the most dangerous woman inside the octagon. That's more dangerous than Zingano has proven, more dangerous than Misha Tate has proven, and as more intimidating and more dangerous than the great Chris Cyborg. Yes, until Cyborg steps into the octagon against Ronda Rousey and proves everybody wrong, I'm sticking with that. So, that was UFC 185. You guys got yourselves a weekend. I'm pretty much already out of breath just thinking about it. I mean, you're talking about the road to the Stanley Cup playoffs, the road to the NBA playoffs. You're talking about the road to WrestleMania. You're talking about practically the NCAA men's basketball tournament selection show coming up in just literally a couple of days. This Sunday is that infamous selection show. Is your team going to make it? The team I'm actually pulling for to actually make it into the NCAA tournament is the team that nobody is talking about, Colorado State University, the CSU Rams. That team has earned it. They have busted their ass. They deserve to be there. Bottom line, if Colorado State is not in the NCAA tournament and Texas is in, I will go to Austin myself, drop trowel, and tell the Longhorns to hook this. Plain and simple, you heard it here first. I will make sure that the University of Austin gets this on their little Twitter feed, just to make sure that they actually get it. Now, before I go, I'd like to say special shout out to Yellow Wolf. A special shout out, and also a very special shout out to a young up and coming artist. He and I actually coincidentally met on Twitter. He sent me some of his tracks, and I heard these two tracks, and you actually heard one on the previous show. It's actually, that track is called If I Could, and if you get that chance to actually check out some of these tracks. The artist is known as Dusto The Architect. He's got some raw talent. I'm surprised that basically, he's not going on tour with basically Yellow Wolf or MGK or Eminem or Dr. Dre or anything like that. But Doc, you always had an ear for talent. Dusto The Architect is definitely the guy to go to. He actually did the song that's pretty much closing us out here today, which basically is, simply put, Turn Me Up. So Dusto, thank you so much, and I hope this basically gets us going in the right direction, because I'll tell you right now, keep sending it out. And all you artists out there who basically want this music to show up on TLC, I told you, I am not going to stop until I get the NFL, WWE, NHL, NBA, the sports world's attention. And for 6 years, I have gotten their attention, and I ain't stopping just because a couple of lawyers want to show up to my front doorstep. The thing is that you're talking to somebody who's gotten their ass kicked in the ring, who's gotten their ass kicked in the octagon, on the football field, on the ice, and in the basketball court. So I've done them all. So the bottom line is that I may not strike as much fear, but I definitely damn sure don't show it. So, to our boy Dusto The Architect, we salute you, courtesies of all of us here at TLC. And of course, baseball's back. Spring training going today. A nice little salute going to Will Ferrell, who apparently was on a Arizona tour of sorts last night as he hit multiple teams. I think the body count latest was 10 teams. Might have been more, because there were more teams that are pretty much popping up there. But Will Ferrell, he's got some serious talent. So all you guys, and that includes you too, Albert Asshole, up with the Los Angeles Assholes of Anaheim, California, 90086. Get ready, because we're in 2015, and this is the year of the Redbirds. So expect the Cardinals to make another push there. I expect some good things out of the Red Sox, but we can get into that pretty much another time. I'm pretty sure that when All-Star break comes around, we'll be having as many conversations about this as possible. Tomorrow night, UFC 185, catch some hockey while you're at it. Sunday, catch some more hockey, and you happen to be in Northern Colorado, get some tickets to Sunday's Sioux Falls versus Colorado Ice game. It's Youth Jersey giveaway night. We are giving the first 1,500 kids this time. If you saw a jersey from earlier, that's for the grown-ups, but this time we're doing it for the kids. So, kids, the first 1,500 kids that get through the door at the Budweiser Event Center get a free, authentic, replica Colorado Ice jersey. Go to thecoloradoice.com for all the details. And at the end of this one, if you're basically trying to get more information about Dusto The Architect, he is on my Twitter feed. He's also on TLC's Facebook feed. But we'll also make sure that you guys know exactly everywhere that you can actually find them, so that way at least you guys know where he is. But until then, this has been the Captain Ron Johnson. This has been part 2 of TLC. We leave you now with basically Dusto The Architect doing what he does best, tearing it up, so that way we can all turn it up. So, see you guys next week. We are heading out because it's a sports weekend now. So let's go have some fun with it, people. Love you. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Sophia Strickland. And love you, fam.
Kick it, yes I can. Young little half-white Mexican. A beer, a band, abroad the best I can. 80s baby, I'm a ladies man. Yeah, she say she can't replace me, and she loves me, she motivates me. Kick back though, you know the play G. Keep it low key like it just don't faze me. Actually, quite factually, me and her together like gravity. You won't want nobody else after me, and all I gotta do is act naturally. Drop that thing down to the flow, plant that seed, now make it grow. Ooh, I'm loving that ratio, you gotta turn